Jay-Z has literally just declared war on people like Drake, Kanye West, Nicki Minaj, and it's not looking good.
All right, man. We played enough defense. 2026 is all offense.
Now, if you're new to the channel and you want daily breakdowns of what's happening within the streaming community as well as the hip-hop media, then simply hit that subscribe button. It won't do much for you, but it'll do a lot for the channel, help it grow, and I can keep on delivering amazing content for you guys. Now, a lot of people are saying that that interview was fully orchestrated. It was literally Jay-Z having a conversation with Jay-Z. That's what I kept on seeing time and time again. And a lot of people thought he was just going to take the business route. He was going to start filing a lot of copyright claims, like what he did with DJ Academics and other media personalities as well. We weren't necessarily thinking that he was going to go back to old school Jay-Z, giving us bars, giving us some rhythms and stuff like that. That's craziness to me personally. The guy's come out of retirement again. I mean, I can't lie, Jay-Z's actually done this many times before. He always says, okay, this is my last album, then he comes out with a new album, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if the guy comes out with a new album right now, I won't be surprised. But at the same time, it's very exciting because even though he always says it's the last one, we actually are always surprised when he drops a new one. For some reason, I don't know. It's crazy. And as soon as he's done that, everyone's gone crazy, breaking down, okay, what is he saying towards this person? What does he mean for this, etc.? And I can't lie, it's really starting to look very interesting for hip-hop. Now, one of the main people that he had something to say was actually towards Gilly, and I believe it was after the interview that he did with Shannon Sharp.
I said the Rock Nation brunch ain't of nothing but Jay-Z putting a bunch of on the lawn and then going in the back door and saying, I told you I still run this shit. Give me the money. Wow. You think I'm letting a use my brand? Huh? See, rich shit like this.
Yeah, I see how you turn to that.
I got this shit from Russell and them. I ain't dead yet. But I be seeing the rich shit like this. You know, they get a little money, they cross their legs and shit. That's all this is, man. Let's keep it real. I operate with 26 major brands. You think I don't know what branding is? Come on, we don't work from New Amsterdam Vodka, Manscaped, Harrier Razors, Roman Swipes, you name them. They come to $1 million worth of game because we move the needle. I don't let nobody allow to use my brand with their brand. What do you get from going to these parties except for a picture? I don't even smile with you if you ain't worth 500 million or more. Let's be for real. The only smiling they do is when the billionaires in the picture. Look at all these broke ass on the lawn. Come on, man. I ain't with none of that shit. I don't want to party with you. I built the way for myself. I made a way for myself. I made my own way. Me and God, man. So I don't want to kick it with you. I don't want to do nothing. I want to stay in my own world.
I still on you suckers, I maul you niggas, gang. I ain't much for me, it's no how. Cancel the brunches, I remember the hunger pain. The price of the bricks going up. It's gonna cost you a beat to even say my name.
Now look, there's always been controversy around the whole Rock Nation brunch. It's always been something within hip-hop that people have wanted to actually attend because it was a stamp of approval. Okay, you're part of, you can say, the elite class of hip-hop. That's basically what it basically meant. There was a period of time where every single person that was in hip-hop wanted to be at that party. Let's just be real. Similar to the dinner parties, you know what I'm saying? A lot of celebrities are now saying that, okay, they didn't want to go, etc. But back when it was popping and before the scandals, everyone wanted to be at a dinner party. Everyone wanted to also be at a Rock Nation party as well. Eventually, it got to a point in a period of time where people started realizing that, okay, cool, we're going to this party, we're going to this brunch, but are we actually gaining any benefit other than just taking a picture with obviously Jay-Z? Like, that's basically all it is. And people are even pointing out simple things as this guy's never smiling, bro. Like, he only smiles whenever there's a billionaire around, things like that, etc. So that's when someone like Gilly, when he was asked the question of, okay, what is the importance of the brunch and would you ever go, etc., he's on the vibe of like, nah, hell no, like, I'm not gonna do that. I understand the importance of it and I understand how it's actually only benefiting Jay-Z and Rock Nation because he's seen as someone, especially outside looking in, as a gatekeeper within the hip-hop culture. That's always been a fact. Even to a point where, I know we're not supposed to mention it, but when you actually look at E-Files, for example, it even wrote somewhere in there saying that he was one of the people that if anyone wanted to influence, I don't know, the black community and hip-hop culture, you go to people like Jay-Z, and he's the person basically you go to get shit done. Do you know what I mean? So the guy is respected within hip-hop and also outside of hip-hop, and he's testifying to this. He's saying like, yo, like, if you want to chat on my name, you gotta put a bill on my name, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he's basically playing up to that narrative. You're gonna see that theme basically appear when he's talking to people like Kanye West and also Nicki Minaj as well.
Jay-Z,
back then, people just thought Kanye was just having a mental episode again. He was basically going a bit, you know, Kanye crazy, and he was just saying shit for the sake of saying it. But lo and behold, when he was talking about, okay, don't send goons around and things like that, he may have been onto something. People are starting to say that, oh, damn, like Kanye was actually telling the truth, because when you actually look at how powerful Jay-Z is and the type of people he's actually around, in fact, the CEO of Rock Nation, bro, like, she was an informant against the cartel. She was an informant against the cartel, and she's still able to walk around and things like that right now, like, completely pardoned, bro. Like, from the point you're around people like that can get away with things like that, it means that you are powerful. Like, you're around powerful people, you have some sort of influence that they respect and they keep you around. Broski, the guys and someone to basically be played about. But he basically says this about Kanye.
Drink.
Y'all thugs with y'all thumbs again. Everybody think they're the ones insane. You're no maniac. Watch y'all saniac in my presence, nigga, shrink.
We all know that Kanye, obviously, he's been going through his psychotic episodes and having the mishaps and things like that. So it is a low jab, you know, it's a low jab that you're basically giving to Kanye. We already know that it's an easy kind of target and an easy diss that people give to Kanye as well. Maybe it's because I'm a bit biased, I'm a Kanye fan, but hey man, you lot let me know down below in the comments whether he's justified saying that type of shit or not, you know what I mean? We're supposed to care about mental health, no? We're supposed to care about mental health. And outside of that, I believe that he was also talking about the fact that Kanye has always seen Jay-Z as a big brother. He even says within the song, literally, Big Brother, on Graduation, saying that my big brother was Biggs' brother, used to be Dame and Biggs' brother, who was hip-hop's brother, who was No ID's friend, No ID my mentor. Now let the story begin. It's always been the case where Jay-Z has looked down at Kanye as a little bro, and Kanye has looked up to him as a big brother. So he's just reiterating the fact that, look, all this crazy stuff, all this acting when it gets in front of me, he's not on that. He's gonna sane and sober up very, very quickly. So low jab, but yeah, man, that's the Kanye diss. Jay-Z then at Dame Dash, saying things like chatty patty, etc. And for those that don't understand where that even comes from, remember back in the day when Dame Dash first came on the Breakfast Club interview, and he was basically saying to Charlamagne and, you know, Envy that, yo, like, you guys are chatty patty, you just talk, you don't want to listen in terms of business. Fast forward all the way up until recently, he then goes back on the platform and basically is then called a chatty patty by Charlamagne the Go, which is kind of funny. Like, they spun it, they did an Uno reverse card on him. Then Jay-Z had a few things to say about that and talk about his teeth coming out and things like that. You also got to realize that the guy's literally just had some dentures, you know what I mean? So he's cheeky for that. I can't lie to you, he's cheeky.
Bro, what are you talking about?
This is the problem.
Y'all want to see me struggle so bad.
No, we
Whenever y'all see, wait a second, let me ask you a question. Let me ask one question. Let me ask one question.
I was talking, you cut me off.
Ah, you're right.
The problem, Dame, I have with you is you're a businessman and an entrepreneur.
I don't care what your problem
When people have a question to you, you don't want to ask the question, and exactly what you do to people.
I did answer.
You are a chatty patty, right?
No, I'm not. Okay, let's do this. Can I talk? Let me answer that. Let me answer that. Can I answer that? Can I answer that?
No, you can't come speaking. Like we just said, we're gonna set boundaries. I respect you respect me.
That chatty patty down on his luck again. Quest introducing me to Jaguar. I don't know why I still fuck with him.
Jay-Z with a couple of bars to Dame Dash. Dame Dash, who be calling people chatty patties and saying man shouldn't be sitting there gossiping about grown men, has done, to my knowledge, 476 interviews talking about Jay-Z in the last probably 3 months. But yeah, Jay-Z addresses him. He had a bar a little bit before that too, when he said niggas' teeth fumbling out of their mouths. He was tumbling out of their mouths. He was talking about Dame Dash there too, but he was like that chatty patty down on his luck again. And then he had a joke for Questlove. He was like, Questlove, the one who introduced me to Jaguar Wright. I don't even know why I still fuck with him. Like, little light ball for Jaguar Wright too, because we know she's a case, the conspiracy theorist of all conspiracy theorists that has not hit the mark. Yeah, man. I mean, it's light, but it's factual.
With the Dame Dash situation, it's something that I've always personally said to myself, that it's a shame that Jay-Z and Dame Dash fell out. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real. Dame Dash played a pivotal, a vital role within Jay-Z's success. It just so happened that because of his character, because he has a loud mouth, let's be real, he's very vocal, he's very opinionated, people might not like those type of characters around, especially the higher you kind of go, etc. But anyone that had a very important role to play in someone's success and goes on to see them become successful and isn't able to reap the rewards from the labor that they actually put in, they're going to feel a certain type of way, you know what I mean? So I thought as if it was kind of unfair to basically say Dame Dash is a lame-o and things like that. Because, bro, when Dame Dash and Jay-Z and all them man were younger, bro, everyone wanted to be like Dame Dash, bro. They wanted to be like a CEO that was young, black, confident, getting to the money, getting all the girls and things like that. So it's very, very interesting. Another thing that I found was that with Dame Dash, he was also talking upon one or two points that even Nicki Minaj was also bringing up as well. The fact that Jay-Z was dating people like Beyonce from an adolescence, you know what I mean? The younger kind of age, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's interesting. He talks about it being done with Aaliyah. Nicki Minaj talks up and brings up the fact that when Beyonce and Jay-Z actually got together, it wasn't as they were trying to portray it to be, where it was actually younger than we perceive it to be. It's messy. It's a whole lot of mess right now. But this is what Jay-Z had to actually say towards Nicki Minaj as well, based on some of those claims and things like that.
That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her kid can't even take their kids. Enough of them. A rapper can't be my eye. I got MAGA Republicans. Them shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them. I'm governed by God.
We also need to realize that the whole dispute between Jay-Z and Nicki Minaj all came from the Tidal episode. The fact that Jay-Z was a type of entrepreneur to pull all of the influential black celebrities and rappers and things like that together, saying, yo, like, we're going to also make a listening app and an experience for artists that basically pulling all of them together and pulling all their lightness together to basically promote Tidal, basically saying that it was an app for creators, basically created and sponsored and, you know, sponsored and also backed by fellow creatives. You know what I mean? It was the app it was the app designed for people that really wanted to support their creators, because for those that don't know, you actually make way more when someone listens to your song through Tidal than, you know, Spotify or even Apple Music. That's a fun fact for my musicians. Outside of that, though, Nicki Minaj had a falling out because when Jay-Z decided to do a switcheroonie and sell off the company, right, and take all the cash for himself, she was like, bro, like, where's my cash dollar, man? Where's my cash dollar? Like, where's my money? You know what I mean? Ever since then, the relationship has been very, very much strained. And that's when you started seeing Nicki Minaj take to Twitter and start making all those allegations. And there's been a lot of tension throughout the years. So, yeah, man, the back and forth between them two is messy, bro. And it keeps on getting messier. Jay-Z even had something to say about Jaguar Wright, the lady that was going around doing interviews, literally exposing a lot of the things that Jay-Z was basically up to.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing it. He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one. Allegedly, Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce.
I generally believe that, look, if someone's chatting shit against you and it's not true, you just basically want to avoid it at all costs, or you basically just deal with it on a legal kind of term, you know, defamation of character and things like that. When you're now basically rapping and saying etc., it makes certain people kind of wonder, okay, is what she's actually saying true, or does she have at least, even if, let's say hypothetically, out of 10 things, I don't know, 7 things are wrong, maybe 1 to 3 of those things, does it hold credibility? Like, should we look into that, etc.? You know how the internet be, man, and people already coming up with different conspiracy theories and things like that already. So it's interesting when it comes to Jaguar Wright. Now, time for the biggest one, bro. He had a lot of things to say to Drake.
Drake whacked Jay-Z so hard that I don't think y'all realize how hard he whacked him. So let me bring my notebook out so we can get into this. On the song Make Them Remember, Drake says, talk about hiding the Bible, maybe you should read a page. Iced out crosses on their neck thinking Jesus saves. Well, even if he does, nigga, either way. Now, if you listen to rap or you listen to a lyrical rap, you know that Jay-Z had a song with Alicia Keys called New York. In that song, Jay-Z says, Jesus can't save you, life starts when the church ends. So knowing that, Drake is referencing that bar when he's on this song, Make Them Remember. Drake then says, the blasphemy you talk lets me know that your amazing grace is going to be delayed. You should be ashamed.
A lot of people were speculating that Drake threw up the rock sign and then said a you to it, threw up the middle finger. Now, before, you know, he throws the rock up, he says, y'all really island hopping back then. Now your names got redacted. I initially just thought that bar was just towards Pusha T, but now when I really think about it, that's towards Pusha T and Hov. The first diss to Jay-Z and whisper my name. I take $500K not to dinner. I can never learn shit from none of y'all. When he goes into the next song, Janice, shut the f up. In the first few bars in the beginning, he goes right into dissing Jay-Z again.
The back and forth between Drake and Jay-Z has been going on for years upon years upon years. And Drake makes it very, very obvious on Iceman. Like, he had so many disses towards Jay-Z. Do you know what I mean? So to have Jay-Z basically come out of the woodworks and say a couple things back towards Drake is very, very, very crazy. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was going to be more so of like a silent play, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, etc. He talks about, meaning Jay-Z, he talks about things like, you can't really say much towards me because, bro, I own my shit. Like, UMG owns you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't realize that Drake is in a 360 deal with UMG, or we don't really know whether he's still in it or not. With the 3 albums he just dropped, we don't know, and it hasn't been confirmed whether he's out of the deal yet or whether he's still in it. And then obviously he's just like a, you know, public opinion basically going around spreading false narratives and things like that. But what we do know is that whilst Drake was in the deal, it was a 360 deal. Whether he was selling merch, whether he was going on tour, whatever it was, UMG had a percentage or whatever he was going to make. Do you know what I mean? So in saying that, Jay-Z was on a vibe like, look, at least I own my shit, I own my masters, I got all my type of stuff, so you can never ever have anything to say about me. And I think it was also alluding to the fact that, bro, like, Drake needs to sit down with Jay-Z as well, because if you are making rookie mistakes as such as sounding like a 360 deal rather than owning, like how I do, then, bro, it means that you do need that dinner, you know what I'm saying? I'm assuming that's basically what Jay-Z's basically alluding to, do you know what I mean? So, very, very interesting. A lot of things have been said. You guys let me know whether there's anything that I've missed or anything that you guys have picked up. Drop it down below in the comments. Let's have a conversation in regards to this. Now, people are cancelling Netflix over the new documentary put against Michael Jackson. If you're interested in a video like that, simply click down below. Make sure to watch it. And also, if you want to support the kid, hype up the video. I really appreciate it. Nonetheless, see you guys in the next one. I'm out.